Welcome back in. Well, State Farm is making its case to raise property insurance rates for millions of California homeowners. The company is trying to justify its request to raise rates as high as 38%.
But new testimony during a public hearing in Oakland on Tuesday is casting doubt on some of the provided data. Stephanie Sierra reports.
State Farm's first rate hike hearing in a decade was met with controversy over a potential conflict of interest. The insurance company's expert witness, Nancy Watkins.
We found out that she was basically hired to consult with the department on formulating regulations that are favorable to the industry, which would include the cost of what's called reinsurance that companies have to buy.
Watkins currently has a consulting contract with the Department of Insurance where she not only has access to confidential information, but is specifically assessing rates for State Farm. The judge denied State Farm's appeal to keep Watkins as a witness.
We're really worried about wildfire risk in general.
Burlingame resident Richard McLaughlin lost his childhood home in the Palisades fire.
It seems like State Farm is presenting that they're in a dire financial situation, and they're trying to fix that by both injecting money from their parent organization and also by increasing rates, and they haven't really justified that mix.
Initially, State Farm asked for a roughly 22% rate hike for homeowners, which dropped to 17%. State Farm's expert witness, an economist the company hired, claims the 17% figure is what State Farm needs for financial stability. Yet he also testified he didn't actually calculate those numbers.
There could be any number of calculations that are below 17% that would also be reasonable, and our actuary actually did those calculations, and they range anywhere from a negative to very low, like in the maybe like 5% range.
In a statement, State Farm wrote, "We are looking forward to reinforcing the need for an emergency interim rate to help State Farm General Insurance Company continue to operate in California for the long term."
It does seem that State Farm is in trouble and does need the rate increase or something like the rate increase. But my broader frustration is with what I see as just such poor management by the California Department of Insurance.
And the judge has 10 days to issue a proposed order with his recommendations, but the state's top insurance boss ultimately makes the final